Hey, good morning and welcome to Hobby Evolution episode 155. Happy Saturday. It has already been a productive hobby weekend for me, and it's only Saturday, still 2 full days left of a 4 day weekend for me. Want to just kind of update you on my hobby weekend from Thursday and Friday. So I had a lot of shipping to do, a few trades to get put together and shipped out. I went to the card shop Wednesday night to pick up. I bought 2,000 penny sleeves. I sleeved up. I think I have one pack left, so I sleeved up 1,900 cards. And then I sorted all of the premium stock NBA hoop sets that I bought. I sleeved up the first set. I pieced out and sold. I pieced out some of the second set, like the Zion and Ja and a couple other rookies. So the rest of that second set and sets 3 through 7, I got all sleeved up and sorted those. So I did most of the sleeving on Thursday, and then I was able to to get the rest of them sorted. I did buy 3 incomplete sets. So there's 300 cards per set, so 900 cards total. I bought 3 incomplete sets off eBay of 800 cards. So they pulled, I think on average, 31 cards per set was pulled, and they threw in a couple color pulsars as well. That should be delivered today. The tracking finally got kicked in, and it arrived here in my city this morning. So it should be out for delivery today, so I can get those sleeved up. I actually, since I only have 100 sleeves left, I may actually, if I may go through, I probably have sleeves around that I can piece together, so I don't have to make another card shop run, but that could possibly in the card. So I want to get those sleeved up, and then I will list those as a variation listing. The veterans, the stars, I think I've decided to put together lots and run auctions. The rookies, if they're hot, Zion, Ja, I will be selling those as singles at auction. Some of the other, top rookies, I'll be doing the same. And then the rest of the rookies, I'll just, be setting aside in hopes they get hot. Jenny, good morning. What's happening? Good, happy Saturday. And speaking of the NBA, I never would have thought, even 2 months ago, never would have thought that I would have turned on an NBA game instead of watching the college football playoffs. I watched the Milwaukee Bucks and Chicago Bulls last night instead of the Ohio State Clemson game. Even though I'm in Big Ten territory, I grew up in Iowa. I grew up in Illinois, but an Iowa Hawkeyes fan. Now I live in Madison, and I'm a Wisconsin Badgers fan. So I've been all Big Ten all my life, but yet I was rooting against Ohio State last night. Didn't watch the game, but I was rooting for Clemson because I want to see that matchup between Alabama and Clemson and Trevor Lawrence. I will watch the championship game, but didn't watch the semis. I did have on the first game. It was Alabama and Notre Dame. I was actually rooting for Bama. I was probably in the minority. A lot of people are anti-Alabama, but I've always been anti-Notre Dame growing up. So it was nice to see the Tide win. So they'll take on Ohio State. But yeah, watching the Milwaukee Bucks, and I was pulling I listed a bunch of cards. So this weekend, the first 2 days of my weekend, I sleeved almost 2,000 basketball cards, sorted them all. I listed a bunch of basketball rookies and singles on eBay. I listed a few auctions last night. I shipped a bunch of cards. Got caught up on some trades. Jenny, your package is in the mail today. It's packaged up, and I'll be dropping it off at the post office today. What else did I do? Sorted, listed, shipped. So I guess that covers the gambit. What else did I have going on? So now I'm blog. That's the other thing. So I did write a blog, and I wrote it for my phone, so it's not published yet. I need to add pictures and the ads within the blog. I can't do that on my phone. I can do pictures, but not the ads. And I also it's easier from like a computer to insert. There's some embedding that I want to do. So this particular blog post, I'll be publishing it here this morning. It's about retail, and should retail stores limit quantity. So that's going to be the next blog post, and it will be published in a little bit this morning. So within like the next hour or so, that'll be at 1millioncubs.com. Herman, what's up? Good morning, Herman. I keep thinking that yesterday I kept thinking it was Sunday. Felt like a Sunday because I had Thursday off, Friday off. But there was college football on all day, so it kind of gave that Saturday feel. But it was only Friday. I tweeted that out. It was one of those days. Now today I'm like all messed up. Is it Saturday? Is it a holiday? What's going on? But it's nice. 2 more days with the hobby. I've had more claims for non-receipt from eBay. I jinxed myself a few days ago, and I said I was surprised I got through December with limited amount of returns compared to sales. It definitely was the most refunds I'd given, and most non-receipt claims that I've had by far. But relative to how many sales, I expected more, and unfortunately, I must not have knocked on wood because they've been coming in. I issued 1 or 2 refunds yesterday, had another claim today. So hopefully the mail starts. I'm still waiting on a package myself. From the last tracking update was December 14th in Pennsylvania. So I'm going to open up a lost mail claim on that because it has no tracking update since December 14th. So that's 19 days. Jenny says she's given up on eBay. I think my 2021 focus is going to be more TTM. That's something. And actually, I think Herman tweeted out a couple weeks ago or last week about goals for 2021. And I teased what a couple of my goals will. I'll be publishing that blog at some point in the next week. So my Cubs goal for the project, 700,000 Cubs cards. So that will, I brought in 130,000 this year in 2020, and I really didn't focus on trades, especially in the last 3 months of the year. So it's kind of a stretch, but it's in reality, not really. I guess it depends how much focus I lay, because the first 3 months I already have planned on focusing on eBay. So I guess it could be a stretch goal. 700,000. That would mean 174. I need 174,000 Cubs cards in 2021 to reach that goal. So the first 3 months I'm going to focus on the eBay store and really pumping it up, just capitalizing on the extra time. Not going out to dinner, not playing trivia, not traveling, not vacationing. So the first 3 months, with everything still pretty much being shut down, I think by the start of the second quarter, once we get into spring, I hope with the vaccine and everything starts to open back up on a limited basis, and then we go on into the summer and things get back to normal. I'm 50-50 that a national is going to happen this year. I think if it does happen, it's going to be in a much different capacity than what we've seen in the past. It will not be. I can almost put money on the point that it will not be a huge national like everyone is expecting after, post-pandemic. It's not going to be anywhere close to what we've seen the last couple of years as far as a national goes. I think they're still going to have to limit capacity. They're going to have to limit vendors at the show. And the reason I say that is not from the actual national committee, but I say that from the standpoint of how the state of Illinois, where the national will be in Chicago, how the state has been handling the pandemic, and they've been, pretty hardcore as far as shutting down gatherings and limiting capacity and restaurants and the like. So it's more on the government side and how things are being handled with the pandemic in the state as opposed to the actual show itself. So there's still a lot of time. There's still 7 months until the national, but I am not optimistic that it's going to happen as we know it. I think it's a 50-50 shot that it does happen. And again, if it does, it's going to be a much different look than what we've seen in the past, which is really unfortunate because I really want to get to a show. Still not comfortable. We had a show here, or maybe it's today. There's a show, maybe it was last week, I can't remember, but there was a show in Milwaukee. I'm just not comfortable, being at a show, being in a crowd. So, hopefully in a couple months that all changes. Jenny says she read a tweet of someone saving 30,000 this year from bars and fast food being shut down. 30K from bars and fast food. That's insane. That's 30,000 saved money. Okay, so I'm going to do the math. 30,000 divided by 366 days. So that's an average of $82 a day. $82 a day on fast food and bars. Yeah, it's possible, but Jesus. That's insane. If you're spending $82 a day on food and bars, holy moly, that is insane. I don't think anything ever is back to normal. It's all going to be a new normal with a new way of doing things. Yeah, for sure. So Jason says, yeah, Oak Creek. Yeah. Zach says it too. It's close to us. Oak Creek. Yeah. Milwaukee area, Oak Creek. Yep. I knew it was because somebody reached out and was asking about it. I'm happy that shows are starting to pop up again in our area. I'm still going to wait probably until spring, just to kind of wait out and see. So I think that's all I had for today. Thoughts on so I sorted. I did list a couple auctions. I listed a couple autographed baseballs that I've had lying around, and I figure I might as well get these pushed out. So I have a Steve Garvey autographed baseball, late 70s, and they were like a mail-in. So you mailed in, and they sent their authentic signed baseballs. They had like Steve Garvey. They had Brooks Robinson. I had a bunch of them. Don Sutton was one. And there were a few others. So I think this is the last. There were a couple Cubs. I think Bill Buckner was one. Maybe one other Cub, because I kept a couple for my own collection. So I listed that on a 7-day auction last night. I have 2 Theo Epstein signed baseballs. Typically, I don't sell any of my Cubs stuff, but Theo's no longer with the Cubs. I have kind of a crappy signed baseball from Theo. It's on a minor league baseball, official minor league baseball from Rawlings. So I put that on 7-day auction. And the reason I'm doing that is because I do have a clean baseball that I actually got in person at spring training last year. So put that up on auction. And then my Gumball Machine from 1982, I was kind of holding on to it. It's still sealed with the gumballs inside. It's got you can put the stickers on it. It's still sealed in its original box. It's from 1982, which is my birth year. So I was kind of keeping it for that reason. But I don't need it. And it's literally sitting on actually that shelf right there that you can see. It's back there somewhere. It's just been sitting there, and I figure I'm just gonna get rid of it. I'm not displaying it. I have no plans to display it. I'm just gonna purge. So that was the goal for 2020. Purge. Did so again. That's gonna do a little bit of that in 2021 as well. So I put those auctions up. Listed some basketball rookies. I've listed some Panini Prism draft picks, 99-cent singles. So that's kind of what I've been up to today. And that's all. So I appreciate you hanging out. Thanks for the chat. Check out the website. That a new blog post on retail in limiting quantities will be up in about an hour. Check that out, 1millioncubs.com. eBay store is 99centcards.com. That's 99centcards.com. Link is also at the top of the page at 1millioncubs.com and Twitter at 1millioncubs. So appreciate it. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you tomorrow.